It's so precious, the moment. The moment that you realize bliss is here for you. You can tap in. It's not far. It's not a byproduct. It's a choice. Nobody wants to make that tough choice. I know every day that I share myself, I'm making the choice to water the seeds that I've planted. I asked for this. I asked to be a catalyst of change. It's so uncomfortable. But I will take growing pains every day over the pain of stagnancy. It's not for show. It's my process. It's to share. It's to learn. It's to grow together, possibly. It's not to one up. It's just experience told from my perspective. That's all I can offer. I can actually offer a lot, but this is what I feel called to offer. But because it's a calling, I can only offer it in the moment that I feel called to, because I take my word as meaningful. And I love to share what's meaningful to me, but I am learning not to share with people who take and never replenish or want to share themselves. And it's hard because I feel like when I began, I was sharing myself with everything and everyone, but then I had to share with no one. And now I'm trying to find the balance between the two. And it's definitely becoming easier, and not so much easier, but more natural, honestly. Like, even when it's hard to say, it's becoming more natural to speak on it. So I'm very grateful for that and excited because I know that the wheel's turning in my favor, and it's just, I've always been someone to want more, want better, want great, want excellence. I want what's good for all, and I really would imagine the possibility of harm for none, but if there's good for all, there's also harm for all. So I understand the duality of that, but I chose to be radiant. This is what I chose, and sometimes being yourself can blind others who aren't really sure exactly how to shine their own light. And I know this because I'm coming from a dark place, and I'm not to say physically, but yeah, physically dark, mentally dark, spiritually dark. I've had a blessed life. I have had a rich life, and my life is full, and I know now that it's a privilege to be in a position to pursue an abundance mindset. And I really believe that with a mindset change, determination, commitment, tenacity, it's possible. And I believe that it's possible because I was able to tap into the source of limitless possibility. And I truly believe limitless possibility is a source that can be tapped into by alike. And I would rather focus on the similarities than the differences at this point in my journey. I just feel like my time in separation has served me well, and I don't regret it. And if my time apart has affected others negatively, I just want to say my intentions were always to say something, like to not say anything if I didn't have anything nice to say. And when you're in a mindset where it's not really the kindest space, you don't have a lot to say when you live by that value. So I had to unfortunately go ghost, and I know it hurts to feel abandoned, but because I was able to take some time alone, I feel like I could never abandon myself again, and anyone who comes and goes is at their free will, and I'm okay with that. And it's unfortunate when you want that stability of consistency, but for people who are more sporadic in nature, it feels like you're being caged in to be consistent all the time, honestly. I think consistency is like very helpful towards living a disciplined lifestyle. And I think discipline is also necessary, but we have to think at what expense. Because if discipline comes at the expense of respect, I'm not going to respect you because you keep your word if your word is like some bullshit. Like, I'm sorry. If you consistently say some bullshit, I'm not gonna like respect it because it's still bullshit, you know? Like, I mean, I'll hear you for sure, but I surround myself with impeccable word because that's the standard I am aiming for. And obviously, we just spoke about how consistency isn't always going to be the mark of progress. So I don't expect lies and like evil not to exist. Of course, there's deception because as high as you go is as deep as the root is. And I've grown in some real dark, deep spaces. But now I'm solid, and it might not be on the timeline that we had hoped, but this timeline is beautiful and I desire it, and it's working out for me, and I'm very blessed and appreciative for it. So I just believe it's going to get even better. And I'm not saying I know the future, but I can feel when it's getting good.